There it is.
Hello, hello. How we doing?
Yeah, happy Halloween. Whoop whoop.
Woo, happy Halloween.
How you doing, Mr. Bolton?
I'm all right, Mr. Dominic. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks. Everybody, meet Mr. Bolton. Mr. Bolton is one of the finest creative teachers I think I've ever met.
He says this about everyone, by the way.
Well, if you've been on live streams before, you will know that that's not true. So there you go. What are you doing here? Why are you here?
What am I doing? Well, apparently you're going to school me on making my own Halloween monster. That's what I've come for? Despite the fact that it's half term in my neck of the woods.
It's half term for you. Oh well, never
So
mind.
so
You're here anyway.
I shouldn't really be at school, but
You're gonna
you know,
get schooled.
I'm going to get schooled. So here we are. I'm up for it.
Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to our Halloween session. Also, special shout out to Mr. Rocky Dowley Dow from Catford, who is here with his class for the very first time. So, welcome to you, Mr. Rocky Dowley Dow.
Welcome.
Good to have you here. What a name!
What a name.
Yeah, very long name.
So,
But anyway,
are you excited about Halloween then? Is this a good time of year for you?
well, as you can see, I've made a big effort with my Halloween outfit here because what I've done, I don't know if you've noticed, I might just come a little bit closer. I've kind of been putting white bits in my beard and my hair.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you see, I did the same thing. I actually did. I've done a slight pale kind of complexion on myself. You see, to give a bit of a spooky vibe.
Good. Well, good. I'm glad we're I'm glad we're in the spirit. Right. I'm going to do a quick rundown here. And you know what? Normally, I land the co-presenter in trouble here because I always ask them these questions. But because it's your first time, I'm going to give you a wide berth.
Oh,
So,
really? You think I can't handle it? Fine.
you can't handle it. All right, then. What's rule number one?
Rule number one is always be creative. I bet it's that, isn't it? Is that a good guess?
Right. Stop.
Oh, come on.
Stop. Just leave me to it. Right. Rule number one is you can pause this whenever you like. If you're working alongside us, okay, because I'm going to be doing a bit and then I'm going to chuck it over to Tom. Tom's going to chuck it back over to me. And we're going to be doing bits on our designs today. Now, if you feel like you're getting too far behind, then just pause us. We have no idea you've paused us, and it's absolutely fine. And then when you've caught up and you're ready to go and all the rest of it, just press the play button again, and you'll go back to straight back to where you were before. So that's rule number one. Rule number two is, I don't know if you might know this one actually. What's rule number two? What happens if pupils and students complete both challenges?
Do they receive some kind of swag? Maybe.
Yes, they do. They'll get a little swagger in their step. They'll
Ooh.
receive free swag. I'll be emailing all of your teachers after this session to say, well done. And if you completed both of your challenges, you'll be able to order free swag.
Does that include me? Do I get swag as well?
No, you get absolutely nothing.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. Happy Halloween to you too.
Yeah, well, never mind. And then rule number three is if you go on and teach your spooky skills to other people in other classes or, other teachers in school, you can teach the teachers. That's all right. Then you get VIP swag.
So you'll get VIP swag for teaching me being a teacher. I see how this works. You set this up to only benefit yourself, as per usual. Good work.
I have no swag. I have absolutely no swag. I just give it out like confetti. Hey, Miss Thompson. Pronounced from. Oh, that's a tough one. Bloodin for. I think at school Gymraeg. Bro Helig. There you go.
I'd just like to say that Dominic has told me he speaks fluent Welsh, and he's just made that clearly evident that that's not.
Hey, I'm trying. I don't think I did too bad there. I think maybe Blwyddyn. I'm gonna go with that. Blwyddyn. That's it. Blwyddyn.
Right, stop embarrassing yourself. Stop embarrassing yourself now.
We've got to move on. We can't stay with this all day. Right. So we've done our rules, and so let me put this on screen. Tell me, Miss Thompson, how badly did I do on a scale of 1 to 10? You can let me know in the comments. Right. This is our page. Hopefully you've got this page too. You don't really need it all that much today, to be perfectly honest. But if you've got it, then it's better to have it than not. But you can also see here, bit.ly/express Halloween. You can get it there. If you haven't already got it on your device, you can type that into a browser and you'll get it. So what are we doing today? Well, challenge number one, design your monster. going to use shapes. I mean, I was kind of impressed by this. This was made by Kyle, who sometimes does our live streams too. And he taught me how to do it. And I was like, wow, that's pretty easy, actually. So I was impressed.
Oh, I thought this was one of yours. No, I think this is excellent.
Yeah, no, I think
This
it's
is
excellent. Well, no, it wasn't
It's
devised by me. It was devised
Oh.
by Kyle.
Slightly scary, but looking slightly smart in his hat. I like that.
Yeah, no, there's
It's
a
a
sort of
monster with a little bit of class.
yeah, a bit of sartorial elegance, maybe.
There
And
you
then
go.
challenge 2, we're going to animate that. We're going to animate it. So we'll probably take a little bit longer on challenge 1 today because there are a lot of things on our monster here, on our scary Halloween monster. But then once we've done that, we'll animate it, and that'll all be very good fun. Right. Okay. Miss Thompson still hasn't told me how well or how badly I've done. So I'm just going to move on. I can't. The suspense is killing me. Right. So to start us off, I'll start us off. Is that all right if I start us off, Mr. Bolton?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I want to be making a monster. Well, I thought it was your monster that I was that set the bar. It's clearly someone else's, so I'm excited to see what you're going to come up with.
Right.
Also, is there a prize for me if I come up with my monster that is scarier than your monster? Is that?
Oh, that's interesting. I'll send you a pumpkin in the post.
Brilliant.
Hopefully you've got a large letterbox. That's
I
what
have
I'm saying.
indeed, just in time for Halloween.
Right, I'm going to press the plus, and I think, do you know what I'm going to do here? If you, just in case you want to print these out, I'm actually going to go to letter, because letter is pretty much A4. You can do poster, but I find that the posters are a little bit thinner, and you can't get as much stuff on the page, so I'm not going to do that one. Right. Now, here's a question for you, Mr. Bolton. I'm not sure you're going to get this right. What's the first thing I should do right now?
Give your work a title.
Yeah, he got it. He got it. Well done.
Otherwise,
well
everything's just called Untitled. And
exactly. And then it's impossible to find.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of very pretentious artists. They all call their work Untitled, don't they? But we're not like that. Let's call it Halloween.
Yeah, I'm going to call mine Halloween Special, in fact.
There you go.
Halloween Special. Right. First thing I'm going to do here is the media tab is already open, but if it's not open on yours, you can just go onto the left here, click media. And I'm going to put a background in. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to put something like, scary Halloween. There we go. Yeah, right. Now, there's all sorts of things on here, but I'm looking for something that's particularly sort of backgroundy. Did you know that was a word, backgroundy?
I think you've just made that one up, Dominic, but we'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Maybe, but we can try. Hey, this one's pretty good. Right, now it comes in really small. I never quite understand why it comes in so small, but it does. So there you go. Now, you can stretch it out like that if you like, but actually, not a lot of people know this. There's a set as page background button just there. Look at that.
Boom. One click. Click wonder. That's what you are.
I know.
It sounds like an insult.
I am a one-click wonder. And then reframe, you see here, because now it's a background. You kind of can't really move it because it's stuck to the background. But if I select it and then go to reframe here, you can decide like which part of this you want to put in there. So I might put in, I don't know, ghosts or bats. What do you say, Mr. Bolton?
I'm into that tree on the right. I'm not even looking at those bats. Why are you not giving this tree the love that it deserves?
Well, because my scary monster is probably going to block that out, quite frankly.
Ah, brutal. Well, that means, you're gonna have to be better than that tree then. No pressure.
Right, better than that tree. Right, I might even make this bigger, in fact. And then what I can do is I can kind of get that there. Yeah, that'll sort of do. I'm happy with that there. Right, I'm going to leave it there as it is. Brilliant. Right, now this is where things start to get really interesting. So early in the session, you say, I know. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to. I mean, in the photos here, I'm going to go to something like scales, right? Now, if I put scales in, now obviously you get lots of like the weighing scales, but you'll also see that I do actually get scales, like fish scales, that kind of thing. There are a few of them around. So let me see which one. Ooh, that one's pretty cool. Now I'm going to go in there like that. Now, if I just pop back over to this, what you'll see is you can see the scales on my scary monster, you see. That's the sort of monster skin. So let me go back here. And what I'm going to do with this is have it selected, and then you can see crop on the left-hand side. I'm going to crop it. And you have options to crop it into certain shapes and things like that. So I'm going to go for like an oval shape because I'm looking at Mr. Bolton's face now and I'm saying, he's not a circle. He's not a circle. He's more of an oval.
Thank
There we go.
you. I'll take
He's
that
a
as a
devilishly
compliment.
handsome
Thank
chap
you.
as well. But also, make it slightly more squat, maybe. There we go. And then when you're happy with the size, just press return or something like that. And then, boom, I've got a monster's face and it's right there. Now, one more thing I'm going to show you before I throw the baton over to Mr. Bolton. You see the way I'm censoring it there? Look at that. That's called professional work. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here. You see the little two boxes with the plus in there? Struggling a bit today. I'm going to duplicate it, bring it down, and then I'm going to spin it. Now, Mr. Bolton, what sort of angle should I put this on?
I'm a big fan of 90 degrees, actually. As angles go, I'm big into 90. So
yeah,
why have you got two ovals here then?
Why have I got two ovals? Well, you know what? If you just hold your horses and let me do my work, you might see.
I'm just too excited, aren't I? Come on. I'll allow the magic to happen organically, shall I?
There you go. There you go. Right. So I'm going to pop that straight in the middle there. Now, this is head and body. But at the moment, the head is behind the body. How am I going to fix that? Question to Mr. Bolton. Answer, please.
Well, you want the head over the body, do you?
Yeah, I do. Well, like the head normally is.
There's two different ways of doing it, aren't there? But the one I like the most, in the top right, you've got your layer stack, haven't you? These are all your layers, as if you're working in Photoshop, but this is a lot easier to use. You just got to drag the head one to the top layer, haven't you?
Yes, there he is. He knows his stuff.
There we go.
He knows his stuff. There we go. And then you've got like a head and you've got a body, and we're ready to do scary, monstery things. Right. It's time to see what Mr. Bolton's all about. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off there and I'm going to put his screen on.
Right,
there
here we go. Right, I'm going to press plus. I've got to say, I'm going to break the rules here. I'm a big landscape man. I'm a big landscape. I can see your face, the reaction.
Go for it. Go for it. I'm happy with that.
Look at all that screen real estate I've got now. I'm loving this. Right. I go to screen real estate. It means space. It's a posh way of saying space. Right. I want to add a photo. How do I do that then? Right. Media. And I'm on photos. I'm going to go for, let's go for spooky and see. Oh, here we go. This looks good. Let's go spooky. I actually like this. This one's very spooky.
That's good.
But I want to set it as the page background, Mr. Dominic. So this is where I'm gonna echo the one-click wonder that you are. I'm gonna click on the image, make sure it's selected, and then I'm gonna go down here to set as page background. Is that all right?
Yes.
I think that looks pretty good. Right, now we're gonna go for, you've gone for scales. Oh, what am I gonna go for then? If you've nabbed scales, I'm gonna go for let's go for fur. Let's see. Oh, here we go.
Ooh, fur. That's a good one.
Here we go. There's lots of different furry ones. My monster's gonna, I tell you what, this green one's quite nice. Let's go. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Now,
that's really good. Actually.
There we go. And I want to crop this into a particular shape, don't I? Into more of like a face-like shape. My monster might have a different shape. Let's have a go. I'm going to click on the image, make sure it's selected. And I'm going to go to crop. Now, let's see. We do want a kind of organic-y looking shape, something a bit more natural. Maybe I'll go for your oval. Everything else is a bit too hard-edged, isn't it? There we go.
Yeah, I think so.
And I just click on the screen there. There we go. Is one of those. And I'm just going to duplicate this. So I'm going to select the image. It's up here, isn't it? Up here, we've got duplicate. So we'll make another copy of it. There we go. And let's have it. This is going to be our body, isn't it? Oh, I wonder if body could be a slightly different shape.
It could be, yeah.
Maybe.
Do you know what? The heart could be a good one because it's like shoulders.
That is, isn't it? Just have a look.
Have a little play.
Let's go heart, and then we can rotate it, can't we? And it handily tells me the exact rotation, which is nice. There we go. Now, I don't want this in front though, do I? So everyone will remember how to do this, won't they? I'm going to use another method, actually. I'm going to go right-click. No. Yeah, there we go. Right-click, send backwards. Let's try that one. Oh, there we go. Yeah. That's another way of doing it. Perfect. Right. Happy with that?
Yeah, happy with that. Super. All right. Let me wrestle back control before he takes the limelight too much. Right. let's go here. So what I've done is, I mean, I actually had I had background envy, and I thought Mr. Bolton's was really good actually. So I changed mine up a bit. Maybe you don't think it's as good, but anyway, whatever.
I think that looks great. It's sort of this smoky, like warm lighting. Yeah, I like it. It's
yeah. And then also what I did was I did a slight adjustments on the head. What did I do? I came in here and I just brought the brightness down a little bit because I wanted to make sure that it looked very separate from the body. There you go. Enough waffle from me. So what I'm going to do now is if I just flip back to here, you see there's lots of things that we can do here. And I think the thing I'm going to do next are the eyes. Okay. So let's go in. Now what you can see here is that we've kind of got a ring around the eyes. You've got the eye, the yellow eye, then you've got, and then it goes into the, I mean, I can't remember what all of these parts of the eyes are called, to be perfectly honest.
iris.
Iris is the white bit, is it?
Well, you got the pupils, the black bit. Is the iris the other bit, the colourful bit? My eyes, I'll tell you what colour eyes have you got, Dom?
Blue.
Do you know what's, yeah, see, do you know what's sad is? I've got grey coloured eyes. Can you believe that?
Oh, listen. They sparkle in the sunshine. So what I'm going to do is let's have a go at this. Let's stop fooling around. Let's get in here. Let's go to shapes. Gonna get a shape. I've got myself a shape. Right. Now, roughly, work out how big you want your eyes to be. You know what? You could do a cyclops, just one eye in the middle. Why not? You could do that if you want. But I'll do two, I think. So I'm just going to get one, click it again, duplicate it, bring it over here. And you see the way it's telling me it's kind of lined up? Nice. I like that. Now, what you could do is to make sure they're both centered in the page is have one selected, press shift, select again, and then it will center them both perfectly. Right. So this is kind of like the outside of my eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually select one, select another again, and then, oh, I thought it was going to duplicate both of them. It's not going to let me, is it? I thought, yeah, you can. You can right click and go duplicate. And then I've got another two here, but with this two, I'm just going to bring them down ever so slightly in size, change the fill color. I think I'll go for like a yellow. I can mix these all up a bit later, but for now, I just want to make sure that I've kind of, there we go. I've got something where I can do all this spacing and alignment. So I'm just using my fingers on the mouse and dragging them out just ever so slightly to make those, to make the, what am I trying to say? To make it bigger. There you go.
Make it big, to make the screen bigger. I've got to say, it's looking pretty terrifying already, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I think it's more scary now without the other features, but
yeah, quite possibly. I mean,
let's just call it done. It's done. Right, there you go, guys. Hit download, hit share.
You could do that, couldn't you? And then also, I'm going to go for an ellipse here. I'm going to spin this one. I'll go for the 90 again. Now, and change the fill color. Because you're not going to see anything that you're going to be doing there. That'll be fine. Bring this in and then pop it in there. That's dead on center. Duplicate that. Bring it over here. Dead on center. Looking good to me. And then for my final hurrah, I'm going to go circle again. Just circles everywhere. And I'm going to pop that down. You see the fill color's not helping us here. Let's switch it to black. Let's bring it right down. There we go. Pop that right in the middle. There you go. Duplicate it. Drag it over. Pop it right in the middle. Boom. Okay. Now,
horrifying.
Yeah, exactly. It is. I'm going to pop it over to Mr. Bolton because there's a lot of circles there. A lot of circles. So he's going to give you a second bite of the cherry to see how it all works. And then I'm actually just going to play with things like colors and stuff like that.
Dude.
Right.
Right. Go on, then. Am I allowed to do any cheating at all?
Of course you are.
Am I?
Yeah.
Really? Am I allowed to use design assets then? Are you going to let me? Are you going to let me? Right. Yeah. Well, I'm breaking all the rules. You see, Mr. Dominic here has made these elaborate eyes from scratch, which I commend him for. It's a wonderful achievement I've just witnessed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat though, and some of you might want to do this as well. I'm going to go down to elements down here in the bottom left. Oh, you can see I actually already typed it in. I typed in eye. And as you can see, we've got 377 results for eye.
That's a great idea.
That looks quite cute, actually, those ones, which is not the Halloween vibe. But I might go for them anyway. I mean, obviously, the one it's this one with the blood on it that's you know, that's the
Pretty terrifying.
it's a good shout, isn't it? Let's do it. It's Halloween.
Go for it. Yeah.
Let's go for one of these. Do I want another one? Yeah, let's use the same one. I'm going to duplicate it. So I'm going to click on it, press duplicate. But what I might do is I might rotate one of them.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
make them a bit bigger first. There we go. Oopsie. Undo. There we go. Just make sure I've got it all shown. Make this on the same side. Maybe just rotate this one. Maybe like this. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
There we go. So
good
that's
choices.
It was cheating a little bit, but
no, it's not cheating.
But you know,
it's good boogie. I like it.
There we go. I mean, what I'd probably do now is I wonder if they've got any eyebrows for me. Cheeky eyebrow. Maybe they're not getting a good result for that, so I might use a shape for that. But I'll ping it back over to you, Mr. Dominic.
Yeah,
I might play with some eyebrows while you show them the next bit.
Yeah, okay, fine. So let's have a look. That's good. Now, one thing that I have done here is, hang on one second. Let's have a look. Miss Thompson said, the children thought you pronounced it great. They were excited to hear your school name. Good stuff. I like it. Okay.
I can't believe you doubted yourself, Dominic.
Well, do you know what? It's been a lifetime habit. Why break it now? So now from Meredith Jones as well. Good to see you, Mr. Jones. He's one of our other star teachers. Right, enough waffle. Let's get on with it. Now, one of the things that I have done is added yet another circle. These kind of white reflections, and actually, I think that makes it look pretty cool. Quite happy with that. Generally, very pleased. Right, what am I going to do next? Oh yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to media. I'm going to go search photos. And here I'm going to go for gorilla. Okay, now what I'm going to do is going to get a gorilla's mouth. Oh, I hadn't seen that one before. Look at that. That's a terrifying mouth.
I was going to say, Dominic, this is cheating a bit, just getting a scary picture of a scary gorilla and saying you're done. Is that done now? Is that you done?
Not quite. Let's give it a little crop. Let me show you how you did that. You see on here, you got it selected. You press crop. And then I want his mush. There. So I'm going to use the oval crop, bring it right down. Oops. Well, I can bring it into frame. That doesn't really make any difference, really. And I can just sort of just tweak the sides of it. So I'm going to get his mouth. Oh, it could be a lady. I don't know. Mouth. It could be a female or even rather than a lady. It could be a female. And then you've got all the mouth and the nose in there. And then press return. Yeah. Oh. Boom. Check that out.
Look at that.
Very
three-dimensional, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Popping out the screen.
It does. It brings it to life in a way which was never quite expected.
I've got to say, I'm nervous about upping this now. What am I going to do?
You better be. Right. I can carry on with something else unless you want to go over to you. Up to you.
Go on, then ping it over to me. Then let's see what I can come up with.
All right, hang on a second. I've got so many things on my screen that I have to turn the comments off before I can see your screen to share. Right, cool. What are you doing?
Right. Well, I've added a couple of little eyebrows here.
Oh yeah, zoom in for us. Zoom in.
Oh, go on then. Let's zoom in. A couple of little eyebrows. Basically, I got some eyebrows from Design Assets, and I've just cropped it. So I've just cropped out the eyelashes, and I've got the eyebrows. Yeah. I might be able to go to effects and maybe play with some of these duotone presets, and maybe.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
I think purple. Did you think purple? Yeah. Purple's looking good.
Works. Yeah.
So that's looking pretty good. Right, we're going to go for some sort of snout, aren't we? Some sort of snout. So we're going to go media.
I like that. Snout.
Let's go for. I'm going for pig. Oh, here we go. This one looks good. Right.
Nice idea.
Right. Let's crop this. So I'm just going to go to crop. Let's go for our ovally shape. And let's
because you can sort of drag it about and stuff, can't you? It doesn't have to be the
you can see especially the oval, it's very adaptable and you can change it however you like. Try and get the best sort of go. That looks pretty good. I'm going to click anywhere off this image. Oh, that is horrible.
Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely horrible. Massive or tiny? What do we think? Ugh.
Yeah, I would probably go bigger, maybe.
Bit bigger,
Depends.
yeah. Now, what I might do, I might add an adjustment or an effect because it kind of looks a little bit like it doesn't quite. Let's
Maybe a bit too
just bring the
real.
brightness down a bit. And maybe just bring
Yeah.
the saturation down a little bit. There we go. Give it sort of a bit of a darker color. So just playing with some of these sliders, playing with warmth, playing with brightness, that kind of thing.
Cool.
And that's me.
Right. Okay. Right. Next up, let's get some. Let's get some. What should I do? Ears or horns first? I'll probably do ears. Right. Let's go for wings. Right. Let's go for wings. Loads of wings in here. Well, actually, this one, some of these ones look great. Right.
So are they chicken wings?
Oh, if only. If only. I'm absolutely starving here. Don't have my lunch. Right. Remove background on these bad boys. That'll just get rid of all the white. Now, when you are selecting whatever image you want, do sort of there are some chicken wings in there, but do try and get sort of wings that have a background that would be easy to remove. I think that's the main thing I'm trying to say here. There are bats wings, actually. They're good. Yeah, I'm going to do those.
They look better.
Yeah. And then once I've got that, select it, remove background. This will be easy because it's on a white background already. Also thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop this because actually I only want one. I just want one. All right. So I'll crop that. So I've got the right hand side now. That's fine. Now what I think I'll do is put an effect on it. Maybe pink. Purple's too much like the background. Green. Yeah. Green could work.
I think that green's nice. That's really nice green.
Yeah, that's pretty decent, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to put that on there. Now, like we did with the head and the body, kind of sorting out the order of it. I'm going to drag this down. Got so many layers now. I'm going to make sure that it goes behind the head. Cool.
That looks good.
And then click off, click back on, press the duplicate button. Ding, ding, ding. And then also down here, you can see flip horizontal. Flip horizontal. That's going to turn it the other way, which means it's perfect for the other side. Right, now just try and get there you go. That's telling me that it's aligned perfectly there. So that's looking good.
I've got to say, for anyone out there who doesn't already know, Dominic is the king of symmetry.
Yeah, I know.
It's a borderline obsession.
Yeah, I know. You say that, and I'm going to rotate that one ever so slightly. I'm going to make them slightly different. So it's a little bit more quirky.
Oh, you're trying to break tradition now, are you?
It's hurting, but I'm doing it. And then put the head on one side. There you go. Oh, I hate it. No. I'm going to keep it there. And then maybe do this one as well. So just bring everything just slightly off alignment. Maybe I could do it with the eyes. Oh, it's too much.
Can you see? This pains him to do this. Can you see this?
Yeah, it's hurting. Right. Let me go and get some horns. So I'm going to put horn in there. Now, there's all sorts of different horns here. This one's great, actually. I'm going to use that one. Right. Stretch it out a bit. I'm going to roughly use it about that size. I'm going to remove the background on it. And then I'm going to rotate it. And then I'm going to do it there. And then clearly I want it to go behind the head again. So ding, 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 ding. Bring it all the way down. Got so far to go. Right, there we go. And then no prizes for guessing what I'm going to do next with the Bolton. What am I going to do?
You're going to just have one horn and you're going to leave it unsymmetrical just like that. Aren't you? That's what you're going to do.
Oh,
I know you. I can't.
I've got to duplicate it.
He's going to duplicate it.
There we go. And then I'll flip it. There we go. And then, do you know what? Just to keep the naysayers happy, I'm going to play around with the rotation of these. Oh. So it's a little bit quirky, a little bit off axis, a little bit zany.
There you go. So wacky.
There you go.
Just so random, aren't you? So random.
Oh, I know. That's just how I live my life.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go over to Mr. Bolton to show us how it's done.
Right. Okay, here we go. So looking a bit terrifying so far.
Yeah.
I've thought for this piggy nose, I want to make it sort of feel a bit more like it's part of the My Little Monster here. So I'm actually going to go down to effects And I'm going to use one of these duotone options and try and make it like sort of feel like it's maybe that one. Let's make it sort of feel like it's part of that same kind of monster there. So that's really useful tool.
Cool.
We're going to go for wings. I'm just going to copy you. I know we don't say copy in school, do we? We say I'm going to magpie your ideas, which means steal them and pretend they're my own. I quite like. Let's have a look what we got. Lots of chicken wings. I'm not sure I want chicken wings right this minute.
Not.
Oh, these are quite good. These sort of batty ones. Are these the ones you used?
No, they're different, I think.
Oh, okay, fine. I want to be different, but almost the same. I want to remove the background on this, so I'm going to select this image and click remove background. Another one-click wonder. There we are.
Yeah, we love it.
Super. I'm going to duplicate it first.
Oh,
what? I'm going to crop this side. I'm just breaking the rules now, and I'm going to crop that side. There we go.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Now, where should these? I think it's quite good. But yeah, I think about there looks quite good. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fire them. I think if I go center back, because the background image is actually like set as page background. I think if I go center back, yeah, there we go. If I go right click center back, it won't go behind that image there.
So you can use the layers, or you can right click and center back.
That's exactly. Cool. It's all about options, right? I might use this duotone preset again. I'm feeling the green vibe. Effects. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Let's do the same for this one. Go to effects. Got duotone. I think it was that one, wasn't it? There we go. Right now, horns.
You're matching them up. Look at that.
Maybe there you go. I mean, I'm a man of symmetry myself, really. I can't be dealing with whatever nonsense you were doing. Let's go media. Let's go for a horn. Maybe a single horn. I'm going for.
Okay.
Bit of a unicorn, a bit like yourself.
Yeah.
Very rare, and there we go. And magical, rare and magical, just like
That's
my
what
monster.
We're all about being rare and magical.
There we go. Right, this is probably my horn. I think I want to remove the background on this, so I'm going to select the image. Press remove background. This rather happy, chirpy looking dog that is on that icon now. Here we go. Maybe just a small little one. Maybe I think I need two. I'm going to be honest.
You did. I need two. I'm not going to say anything here.
I'm going for two, but the only thing is they're both like that, so I want to flip them, don't I? So if we look, this has got a little symmetry line. These icons, haven't they? When you were doing symmetry in maths.
Yeah.
We know there's our line of symmetry, we call it, don't we?
Yeah.
Here we go. We flip horizontal. I like the color of them at the moment. I don't think they.
Yeah, keep it au naturel.
I think that au naturel. I think that's me. I think that's looking good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me go back here. Right. What am I doing? Well, what I'm doing is I'm searching for a top hat. Why not? Because if I look at this one, which was kind of the original, then you've got a top hat here, and also they got a bat on top. So I mean, I like that. I'm just gonna do it. So
well, first they had elf on a shelf, and then
hat on a bat, bat on a hat,
bat on. I literally teed that up for you, and what did I get back?
Let's just gloss over that. Just pretend it didn't happen. Right. Let's go here and get that. Make it slightly bigger. Remove the background.
Oh, Mr. Trainer, we're not seeing the live action.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
We're still looking at your bat on a hat. Right, rewind.
Yeah.
Can I get a rewind?
Yeah, let's do a rewind. Right, let's go to media. I've searched for top hats. You can also search for things like bowler hats. I should spell it right. Yeah, that gets you some good ones as well. And it's actually in both top hat and bowler hat. When actually it's not a bowler hat, that's a top hat. But I like the fact that it's got these glasses, these gigs on it as well.
I'm getting sort of Willy Wonka vibes from this.
Yeah, I know.
Getting that vibe.
Yeah. So I'm going to remove background, and there it is. Stick it in there. I'm going to offset it onto a jaunty angle.
Oh, I should have guessed.
Bit of jaunt. What's life without a bit of jaunt? Right, and then do you know what? Everything in here, it's too high up the page. So what I'm going to do, this is a ninja skill. Right, I'm going to make sure that my mouse or my What is this thing called?
Cursor.
Cursor. There we go. Cursor is off the page, and then I'm going to left click and drag out so that everything is selected. And then just going to use my arrows and
just press
shimmy.
delete. Just going to press delete. Is that what you're going to do?
No.
Okay.
But I can shimmy this all the way down. Yeah, keep shimmying. And then if you want to, you could go to media and go to bat. Yeah, nice. That one will do. And then I'm going to remove the background on that. It's roughly the kind of size that I'm looking for, but I'll make it slightly bigger. And then maybe just pop it on the top there. Yeah, looking good. Again, I feel like I do want to put a title on the top, so I might even scale all of this down a bit. Scale it all down together. Yeah, what you can see now is my pumpkin on my background is now more visible. So maybe I'll. Do you know one thing that I haven't selected is there's one thing I haven't selected, and it's the ear, which has made it smaller now. But that's okay. Because
I mean, you don't care about symmetry anyway, so I don't know why you're caring about this now.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm losing the plot. Right, I'm just going to leave it there. That's absolutely fine. Right, one last thing before we knock it back to Mr. Bolton is if I go to elements, go to shapes. Now you can see this in the circles. You know, one of the weird things is if you put semicircle in, no results.
Brutal.
Just put circle in there. The semicircle's there. I don't know.
It's a mystery. It's a Halloween mystery for everyone.
It is a Halloween mystery. But what I'm going to do with that is make it bigger. And then, maybe I should zoom out a bit. And then just kind of offset it. I'm going to make it like a coat, I think. And try and make it like a coat. Doesn't feel like it's really playing ball with me at the moment.
No, I think it's working. It's sort of more of a shawl over the shoulders.
Yeah,
you know? Like a casual shawl.
Yeah, that'll do. And then I get that. And then I'll duplicate it. And then I'll flip it. And then I'll reposition it. There we go. That'll do. Make it a little bit bigger because it doesn't have to be exactly the same. There we go. Just bring them into position. There we go. And then last but not least, where did I find this? Where did I find it? I think it was in design assets and I put braid. And I found some things here like this one. And then I grab it. Let me just zoom in a bit and move this up. And then I'll bring this down here, get it roughly on the same angle as the sort of the jacket there. And this is going to be like, would you call it a lapel?
A lapel, yes. I think it's a lapel.
There you go. Giving him a little lapel there.
And looking a bit sort of Greek emperor or something, you know?
Yeah. I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this now. But anyway, I'll do that. That looks good.
I think that looks great.
Yeah, it looks all right, doesn't it? And then what am I going to do? I'm going to give it an effect. Like let's find a good. Yeah, that one will do. Effect, and I'll do the same on that one. So there we go. It's got a little jacket on now. That looks nice.
There you go.
Yeah. Right, let's pop over to Mr. Bolton. See what he's got going on.
Right. So I've just shrunk my beast down slightly here. To give a bit more space around it. Nice. I'm going to go to media. I'm going to go for hat. And I'm wondering, I mean, a little sombrero is, I think,
nice.
Cool. It does have this sort of shadow underneath it, this reflection underneath it. I don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah, see how you get on with that.
Let's give it a go. I'm going to select the sombrero, go to remove background.
You can always just take those bits off with a paint.
Oh, it's done a great job. It knew it was a reflection. The AI, the power of AI, of Adobe Sensei is incredible. It feels like it has to be absolutely tiny sombrero, I think is the vibe. I know they're usually big, but I'm feeling this guy, he's a small sombrero guy. Well, with the horns and the ears, I mean, he doesn't have much choice, really.
Okay.
Bat. I mean, what other Halloween-y sort of creatures are there, really? Well, what rhymes with sombrero? Spider? That's the challenge.
Spider?
Spider. The spider on the sombrero. You've nailed it.
Does that rhyme with sombrero? Spider,
yeah, we'll go with it. Yeah.
Kind of does.
Tarantula. Let's go for a little tarantula.
Tarantula. Nice.
Actually, this guy's pretty good. Look at those eyes. Right.
Oh yes.
Now, this does have quite a challenging background. So
I think it'll do it. I
do you
think it'll
think?
do it. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So
Look at
that's
that.
actually splendid.
So this is his little pet that lives in the hat. Now, he needs to go back behind, doesn't he? So I'm actually going to use my layers over here, and I'm just going to drag him just so he's there. In fact, he's just peeping out the top of the hat there.
Right.
There we go. So there's my little spider popping out.
Nice.
Jacket, some kind of jacket, right? Okay.
Why not?
What's my guy gonna wear?
Um,
I'll tell you what. Why don't I go for scales? You know, not these type of scales.
right.
I could rock something like this, and then I could crop it, couldn't I? A bit like the same shape you've used. Which is
because there's the semicircle shape. You are absolutely right.
Little semicircle.
That's a really good idea.
And how did you make it look so good? Was it? I think you had it slightly out like that. Was it like this?
Yeah,
no, that
that's
was it. Yeah.
An angle.
And then we duplicated it, didn't we? We made an exact copy of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to flip it horizontally. So we look for our little line of symmetry here, don't we?
Yeah.
And we flip it. There we go. And we wanted to make some kind of. There we go. It looks pretty smart.
Yeah, it does. That looks great,
pretty
actually.
Smart.
Yeah.
You went for braid, didn't you? Maybe I'll just magpie that idea from you.
Do it.
Oh no, did you do it in design asset in Elements?
It was in design assets, yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. Now, they're quite sort of 70s, aren't they? Here we go. This looks quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's probably better search terms that we could have gone for, really, but like ribbon, maybe.
Let's give it a go. Let's see what we get. I mean, it's almost like a little. I tell you what. Why haven't we got a bow tie?
Oh, great idea. That's a good idea. I like that.
I'm going to look in media. I might get I think the sort of photo style ones are a bit better. Here we go. I mean,
yeah, that's going to work.
First of all, this picture of the dog with the sunglasses and the hat, although not suitable for this piece of work, is definitely going in a future one. Let's go for a bow tie. I'm not going to bother about the lapels. I'm just going bow. I don't want to take the attention away from this bow tie.
Well, that is honourable of you.
There we go. He's looking a bit sort of. Who's the guy? Who's that? Mr. Tumble, looking a bit Mr. Tumble, isn't he? You know,
Tumble.
A bit Justin Fletcher. What's that?
We all aspire to be a little bit more Mr. Tumble, I think.
Oh yeah, exactly. Well, I'll tell you what. This will be. I mean, to be fair, I'm just going to use this as my Halloween costume. I'm going to print this off. I'm going to stick this on my face.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Not gonna lie.
So that's me so far, I think. Unless, is there anything else? Teacher, is there anything else you'd like me to add?
No, this is looking all good. Let me just pop over here. We're going to do a bit of text and then we're going to animate. Right. Well, I put a scarf on because I just thought.
You're looking a bit Rupert. Is it Rupert the Bear? You're looking a bit Rupert the Bear there.
Looking a bit Rupert the Bear. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
right.
Wrong with that.
Let's go to text and then add your text. And then you can just put like happy. Oh, happy. Halloween. Right, there we go. Right. I think I'll probably try and keep it all on one line because I haven't got much space. I'm going to make sure it's centered. Nice. You can't really see it. That's no good. So let me change the fill to custom. Let's go to like an orangey Halloweeny type fill. That's good. Let's put an outline on it. White. Okay, that's good. The font's very boring. I know it is. You don't have to tell me. So I'm going to go to recommended fonts up here. I'm going to go to view all. Let's see what you've got for me. That one's quite cool. That's quite Halloweeny. That one.
I think that's in the right wheelhouse, as they say.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? Saying that, you can see that these two little lines here, more like this. Let's click that.
Oh.
Yeah. Look at that. Got all sorts of very similar ones. Neat. That one's probably the one I want, I think. Although this one's narrower, and I think that's probably better. So I'm going to stick that there, right in the middle. Happy Halloween. I haven't been particularly adventurous with my title here, but I'm just conscious of time, I suppose, more than anything else. I'm going to pop that there. And then at the bottom here. Now, one of the things I never do on these sessions is that I never use any of this kind of, what would you call them? Template text. Never use anything.
No, I mean, I just like to add my own text with the add your text
Yeah,
button.
I know. So do I. But I did have a little look the other day, and I did find some things that were all right actually.
Well, I'll tell you what. Did you want to? Because I know we're thinking, are we going to do a little voiceover over it later?
We are, yeah.
So you got happy. So for your voiceover, will you do Happy Halloween for your voiceover? Do you think?
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, and then
Okay, yeah.
and then I'll also. This is the one I found. Right, I put this one. Now it says sleep tight. Well, we don't need that. Well, let me grab all of this. Right, now I'm going to put it down here. Now, I could make this from scratch, and I probably would make a better job, but I'm just feeling a bit lazy. So I put this down the bottom, and then what I'm going to do is, if you click within that group, because if I click off and click on it again, is actually, you can see here, it's a group. It says group up there, and you can ungroup it, but it's also in its own little group here on your layers. All right. Now what I'm going to do is select sleep tight, and then what I'll do is I'll put to all at St. Cuthbert's, which was the last school that I taught in, actually. St. Cuthbert's. There we go. To all at St. Cuthbert's. Right, cool. Now, if I click off and just bring that into the right position, right, that's pretty much centered. And then I'll make it a bit smaller. I mean, all I'm wanting you to do really is just put a little message at the end, really. So I'm gonna get that in the right spot. Now the fill color is blue. I'm not sure that really works, but let me put an outline on it just so that we can see it. Outline thickness, turn it up a bit. Yeah, the fill color isn't really working, I don't think.
I mean, you could add a shape behind it maybe to make it pop out.
Yeah, I've thought about that. I don't know. I'll keep the stars in, I think, but then for the moon, I'm going to select it. I'm going to delete it. And then I'll go to elements and go to pumpkin in design assets. Nice. And then what am I looking for? Actually, do you know what? Maybe I'll go into icons and see what's there. Yeah, this one's cool because that's a bit scarier. And then I keep selecting the wrong thing. You got to make sure when you're working with groups, you see, it all gets a bit fiddly. I don't like groups generally.
I think ungrouping stuff is quite handy.
Yeah,
especially if you use one of these templates. I think that's I tend to like to just ungroup them and then deal with them all individually.
Yeah, I think Tom's right, really. I'm just going to zoom out. So I've got a little pumpkin on there. Got some stars. It's all at St. Cuthbert's. Is that really working? Not really working, is it? But this is called Nick. This font at the top is called Nix Standard. Nix STD. So let's go here and select this. And this is Lobster, not into that. Nix. There you go. Standard regular to all at St. Cuthbert's. Right. And maybe I'll go for, I was going to go for, see if they had a bold font, but it doesn't have a bold font. So maybe my outline needs to change. Now this is not working. It's not working, Tom. What am I going to do?
Well, I'll tell you what. Shall I play with mine, and you can have a play with yours while while I'm making mine.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to go to text on the left-hand side, and then add your text. Like we were saying, we could use one of these pre-made ones. They can be a bit fiddly. If you find a really good one, it might be useful. I'm going to go to add your text. Now I'm going to go for Happy Halloween. At the moment, the text is black. It's not really popping out. So different things we could do. You added an outline. I might add a shadow to mine. So if I select the text, if I go scroll down here and go to shadow, I can actually add a different shadow. So I can play with the shadow color at the bottom here.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that in mine.
Yeah, I mean, what I really like doing actually is nicking. I say nicking, stealing a color from my page already. So obviously you've got custom colors here. You can play around with, the color slider, the different shades. Actually, that looks really good. I might just use that. But what I could do is use this little eyedropper tool. Press the eyedropper, and then I can actually click on a color that's on my page, and it will just use the same color from my page. But actually, I'm just going to undo that. I think that green looks really nice. I'm just going to press the little back icon here. I could look at the recommended fonts. I'm actually just going to go down the regular font list. It gives me a little preview of all of them, and I can have a look and see what kind of works as a title. That's quite, maybe it's quite cartoony.
Yeah, maybe the color needs to change. Maybe.
Yeah, I think the color needs to change. Let's have a little look. So what's quite good is we're thinking about your colors is kind of sometimes sticking to a bit of a color palette. I will look at the recommended fonts. Come on, there we go. These look great. Oh, that's quite good. I like that. So I might. I've got colors. I've got greens. I've got blues, and I've got reds mainly, haven't I? So I might go to the fill of my text, and let's see what we can come up with. Maybe a sort of some kind of reddish color, dark reddish color. I quite like that. It sort of makes you feel slightly dizzy. It's got that sort of 3D.
Yeah,
kind of
I like that. I think that works.
I might rotate it slightly just so I get off a bit like that. Do you want me to add another little message at the bottom?
Yeah, well, I think mine's kind of done now.
All right, do you want to ping back over to yours?
Go on then. Just because I think we should move on to animating this thing now.
Let's do it.
Yeah, well, actually, talking about Willy Wonka, this looks very Willy Wonka now.
It's very Willy Wonka, isn't it? There's a new film coming out, isn't there? With
Is there?
There is, called Wonka, but I think it's about his like early years.
Right. Okay. Well, I look forward to that.
Yeah, I'll have to see that. Yeah.
So I'm going to grab my box here. I used Tom's advice basically and put a glow behind the text here, and that kind of made sense. And also did it at the top as well. If I go in here and look at the shadow, it's hazy.
Right. Yeah. It's just all about making stuff stand out, isn't it? It's how you can make stuff pop out and easy.
And I like the hazy one because it reminds me kind of like smoke, fog, mist.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So that works well. Right. So I am happy with that. I'm all happy with that. So the next thing I'm going to do is, this is where we're going to go on to kind of challenge 2. Let me share this one. Challenge 2 is animate your poster. Okay. Now you can have a little look at the example that's there. So things to include: moving eyes, moving text, music, voiceover, video overlays like lightning. So that's all good stuff to have a look at. So this is an important step now. Do not miss this step. Okay, do not miss this step. In the top right here, you can go add, and you can add a new page to your project, right? Now, if I press duplicate, okay, what it means is I've now got 2 versions of, well, not 2 versions, exactly the same version. They're actually the same as each other, but I've got 2 instances of my graphic. But the only thing is that one of them is now going to be turned into a video. So how are we going to do that? Well, the easiest way to do that is to go over to media, and then I can go to audio and then go to record voiceover. All right. So I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to click start recording. Oh, I'll have to click it again. Hang on. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Okay. Now, what you'll have seen is that immediately now I've got this video editing timeline at the bottom here. I've got my kind of scene here. I can drag this and make it a little bit longer if I want. I can click on the voiceover and move it kind of into the middle. So there's a little bit of a gap at the start, a little bit of gap at the end. And let's have a look. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Right. Could you hear that, Tom?
Yeah, perfect. You nailed that. You nailed that in one take again. How does he do it?
How does he do it? Who knows? Nobody knows. Right. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to media, and now I'm going to put a soundtrack on it. Easy peasy. So what I'm going to do is, you actually can search for Halloween, and there is one track. Right, there you go. That was pretty good. Now, you could also search for scary, see what comes up there.
Oh dear. That's a bit sort of Willy Wonka at Halloween, isn't it?
Going on here. Right. Anything else? Or dark, deep, ambient beat? Wow. Hey, like that. I think I'm going to put that in.
Wow. Bit of a
yeah.
bit of a trancey sort of vibe I'm
Yeah.
going for.
Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. What you'll hear there is that actually the music is way too loud. I'm gonna put myself out there and say 20%. That's what I think is a good level.
Optimum level.
Happy
20%.
Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Quite like that. Bit of a scary sort of vibe in there. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it over to Mr. Bolton if he's ready.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah. So what we need is, I think, probably a repeat of how you then, change that to being a video, or how you can duplicate it, that kind of thing.
Right. Okay. So I've just added a little to all our spooky students in the bottom right there.
Nice.
I think it's looking good. I'm loving the background, actually. I think the character really looks like he's in that space.
Yeah.
I want to add another page, don't I? Because
yeah,
I want this one to be a nice image, and I want to make another video version of it. So I go to add in the top right, and I'm going to go to duplicate, right? Is that what I press?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Let's go duplicate. So I've got first page, use these little arrows, second page. So second page can be my video one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to media audio, and I'm going to record a voiceover.
Yeah.
All right. So it'll give me a little countdown and make me feel like I'm a news broadcaster.
So you can do either, can't you? You could put a soundtrack on first, or you could do a voiceover first. But just let's all do a voiceover first. Why not?
Let's do it. Right. Happy Halloween to all our spooky students. There we are.
Oh, you raised the bar there. You raised the bar there.
Just professional. Added a little bit of. I don't know if you heard the little spooky warble I added to my voice.
I mean, I didn't know you were going to do that.
Well,
I'd have up my game if I knew you were going to do that.
As long as it's being appreciated by my audience, then it's worth putting myself into the role like that.
Yeah, honestly.
That's
called method acting.
That's called acting. Yeah, that's called acting. I just did acting there. So now let's have a little play. Happy Halloween to all our spooky students. Yeah.
Nice.
We've loved that.
Nice.
So I don't need this end bit, do I?
No, sometimes if your voiceover goes over, it'll stick it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll just increase the length of my. There we go, and then I'll just delete this one. Let's just delete that last little scene I don't need. So we've done our voiceover. We're going to go to audio, and we've got some. I think probably Bright Day acoustic folk will be suitable for Halloween, will it not? I would imagine.
You can certainly try.
That's really got me in the mood for Halloween.
Not much.
I'm going to go for scary. Let's see what we got. Hip hop old school. I think that probably be a good one.
Nice.
What have we got? Flight in the Night.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play them.
Yeah, I think that's good. So let's click that one, and it's added it to my timeline down here.
Yeah.
So we've got, and we thought the music, the volume, I've been clearly instructed to put at 20%.
You don't have to. You don't have to. It doesn't be tracked, doesn't it? Depends.
You know what? I'm going 21. I'm a rule breaker. 21.
Just wants to be different.
21% to go. Right. Let's have a little. Let's play this through. So I've got my video on the timeline. I've got my song underneath it and the voiceover. So these 3 layers. Happy Halloween to all our spooky students. Yeah, not bad. I think
levels.
Music, we're going slightly louder. Halloween. Let's just drag this. This is the playhead on the timeline. We drag that to start. Happy Halloween to all our spooky students. You know what I might do?
That works, actually.
Yeah, I might actually just trim the start of the music and then just move it along a bit, because I think it's a bit slow to start. That's better. Happy Halloween to all our spooky students.
Yeah, that's nice. That works really well.
There we go. Right. Back to you, Mr. D.
Okay, on it, like Halley's Comet. Right. So we have got our music on there. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Love it. Love it. atmospheric. Right. Now we're going to do loads of animation now. Okay. So the best idea is, the best thing to do right now is to click this little slider here, show layer timing. Okay. Because what I want to do is I want to animate my text. That's the first thing I'm going to do. So Happy Halloween. I'm going to have that animate by clicking animation down here. I'm going to have it animate in. I think fade, I think, is where I'm going to go here. Sort of spooky fade. And then looping, that's something that happens throughout. I might go for blinking. Flicker, I think, is quite Halloweeny. What do you think?
Yeah, I think I prefer blinking, if I'm honest.
Really?
Yeah, I think it feels like, like an old neon sign that's a bit broken and it's got a loose connection. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
Right. I'm just, you know what? I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go with flicker and maybe increase that speed. What's that like? Yeah, Happy Halloween, like that.
Yeah, that's the vibe you're going for.
Yeah. And then, so this one, if I play it, Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Oh, that's cool. So what I want Happy Halloween to be first, and then to all at St. Cuthbert's to come in when I actually say that. So let me just work out when I say that. Happy Halloween to. So that was to all at St. Cuthbert's. So now that I've got my playhead here, I'm going to click to all at St. Cuthbert's, and then what this is showing me now is this blue bar now, because I've got my to all at St. Cuthbert's selected. This is where that represents that sort of. What am I trying to say, Tom?
That little bar at the top now is where your title will appear along your timeline. So if you reduce that down, just like so, it will only play for the second half of the video now, won't it?
Yeah, that's good. There you go. I told you, Tom was great. Let's have a look. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Right, so the timing I'm happy with now, but it just kind of pops in. So I want some animation there. How is it going to come in? I think maybe not
Mr. Tumble.
No, not slide, not pop.
You're going to want shrink, I'm telling you. You haven't got that yet. But yeah, you'll want shrink. You do, don't you?
I don't know. I might want grow.
Oh.
I think I want grow. I'm going to do it.
Just follow your own path, Dominic. Do your own thing.
No, I've got to, be true to myself. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Right, nice. And then when it loops, in terms of looping, I might do a little breathe because that kind of feels a little bit creepy.
Yeah.
Or pulse, maybe? No. Blinking. Jitter? No, I think breathe. I'm going to go for breathe. The speed, I'll keep the speed quite slow and spooky. And then intensity, maybe just bring it down ever so slightly so it doesn't go off the page. Let me see what it's like now. You see, you can just grab your playhead and just work through it. And just check that it's not going off the page at any point. And that's the intensity going down. Okay, cool. That's perfect. So I've now animated all my text. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Right. I might even select Happy Halloween and just take that off at the start as well. There we go. And I think now in terms of text animations, Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Right. That's where we're at. I think I'll pop it over.
It's looking good.
Yeah, I'll pop it over to you quickly to do some text animation, and then I'm going to animate some of the objects on there.
Great. Right, so I've got my timeline down here. I'm going to press this little button, show layer timing, because that will be useful when we start selecting different layers. So now if you can see a bit clearer on my example. If I click this Happy Halloween title, you can see on the timeline, it actually says the text Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
So it's clear that it's that one. I'm going to do the same as like what Dom did, which is just actually bring it in just slightly later. So all I've done is just drag this end of this title on the timeline and just pulled it across a little bit. So I want to go, I've got that text selected. I'm going to go down to animation. So I'm going to do a little in animation. I'm going for my shrink.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Might make the duration a bit longer. It'll just be a bit slower. Personality.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Smo-
sure how much of those actually do anything.
Well, I think basically soft and smooth are similar, and then energetic and loud. So I think for this, it's a bit spooky. I think something like smooth is going to work.
Mhm.
I'm going to go for a little looping animation. What should we go for? I'm not going to do the same as yours. I'm going to be my own person.
Do it.
Oh, that's a bit too much. Jitter. You didn't use jitter, did you? I'm going jitter.
Do jitter.
Let's
That's a
do
good
it.
one.
And then to all our spooky students here. So again, I want to find out when I say that, don't I? So I'm just going to put my playhead at the start of my timeline. Press the play button. Happy Halloween to all our spooky students. So just a little tip, you can use the space bar to play and pause, which is a good little editing tip because you can press the space bar at the right time. Happy Halloween, just there. So I use the space bar for that.
That's a good
And
idea.
then we can see it says to all our spooky students. This is the layer there. So I just want to drag the start of it just to there. Going to add an animation, little in animation, maybe a little cheeky rise. That's quite nice. And then maybe a little loop. What's a yo-yo? Yeah, a little yo-yo. Maybe
Why
what if I go
not?
really fast yo-yo? Oh no, that's a bit much, isn't it? What about really slow yo-yo? That's quite nice. What we take? Oh, I love dragging the sliders just to their maximum, just to see what's going on. Let's go.
Yeah,
Actually, I'm going to
exactly.
make it go side to side. So on direction, I'm just going to play with like that. Let's just go. There we go. I mean, that's not very Halloweeny, is it? Like, let's
It
be
doesn't
honest.
matter. Just do
It
what you
doesn't
want.
matter. I'm gonna. Yeah. Well, I can always have a play with it. But let's have a little watch through of this so far. So let's drag the playhead to start. I'm just going to press the space bar. Happy Halloween to all our spooky students.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm positively spooked out. That's me.
Yeah.
Right, over to you, Mr. Trainer.
Okay, cool. That's a vibe. Right, let's get this on. Right, so all I'm doing now is I'm just animating bits of my bits of my Halloween monster here. So you can see the mouth. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. That's moving as well. I might wiggle the ears a bit. So I'm selecting one, selecting the other one. Animation, looping, wiggle. Yeah.
Oh,
Like that.
lovely.
Yeah, that's good. Intensity. Yeah, like Tom said, a good idea is to like whack it right up and see. I don't want it to be too intense. I want it to be quite
Just a
subtle.
subtle ear wiggle.
Yeah.
Can you wiggle your ears, Dominic?
No, I absolutely can't. Can you do that?
Yeah. I mean,
Can you?
yeah. I mean, I can't do it to a maximum intensity like you can on Adobe Express. I'm more of a level sort of 9, I think. A level 9. Ear wiggle.
Right. Gotcha. And then yeah, I'm probably gonna I probably won't wiggle everything, but there was something that I found that was really cool that you could do with the eyes.
Surely you want them. What I did? What did I do? Because you could make the pupils go up and down, couldn't you?
You could do that.
What did I use? Let me have a look. I did it with
You,
my text, didn't it? Didn't I?
let me select those pupils and see what happens. Animation, looping.
Oh, I used yo-yo.
Yeah,
That's what I used.
that's a good idea. That's a cracking idea. I'm going to do that. Let's see what that's like.
It's neat that you can select both of them and then add an animation. I didn't know that. That's
yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
I've been
Let's have a look at the eyes.
schooled.
Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Right. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
That's
That
looking good.
works really well, actually. So that is pretty much, I think that's pretty, and I'm just going to play it one more time. I know you're fed up with my voice. I am too. But let's check it out. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Yeah, I like that. Do you know one thing that I might do here is, and I didn't have a go at this beforehand, but I feel like it's worth a try. I'm gonna go to videos. I'm gonna go to lightning.
Ooh.
And then what am I looking for? Yeah, maybe that one will work. I'm looking for something. Let's pop this one on, I think. Right. So pop this on top. I'm gonna fill video. That's what I'm looking for. You see down here, fill video.
Yeah.
Gonna do that. Now, obviously, it's dominating things here, but you can use a blend mode. Let's see if this is going to work. And then if I go to screen And then also I want it to be, do I want it to be behind? I think I probably do. Or I can reduce the opacity. Let's have a go. Let's see what happens. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's nice. I think probably it needs to be behind the character, doesn't it? But in front of the background.
Yeah, that'd be nice to separate the character from the background. Yeah, that's a neat idea.
Yeah. Okay. So let me. This is.
I think it also still works in front though.
Yeah, it sort of does. I think I'm just going to pop it just here. Right now, let's play that again. See what it's like. Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. Yeah, that works. I think that's great.
I think that looks neat.
Yeah, that is good.
Pressure's on. Pressure's on for me.
Well, yeah, that's it. Right, see what you can do because we've got about 4 minutes now. So see if you
right, let's go. Right. Let's go for the ears. So I'm going to hold shift, select them both, go to animation, gonna do just a looping animation.
Yeah.
What about a little breathe? Oh, that's a
good idea.
Bob. His name is Bob. Just bring maybe the speed down, intensity down a bit, just a light little bob. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's go for the little schnoz, the little snout. Go down to animation. Let's just do a looping animation. Maybe breathe on this one.
Try it.
Yeah, maybe just bring the intensity down.
Yeah,
it's kind of horrible, and that's what we want. Personality, strong. Let's go for personality. There we go. That looks pretty good. Maybe our spider. We just need to animate our little spider, don't we? I mean,
yeah, that's a good idea.
Up and down, right? Oh, here he is. Maybe just the intensity down a bit. There he is.
Good idea. Jumping up and down.
He's a jumping spider. That's a real spider, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. Was that all I was doing? Was it going to have lightning, very, very frightening.
Yeah, try and do that.
Videos. Let's do it. Let's go. Lightning.
There's loads of different versions.
Yeah, I want one that's going to sort of feel good with my. I bet you used that one. That's really nice, isn't it? I don't care if you did. I'm using it.
Yeah, go for it.
Just so everyone knows, when you select this video and it comes on your page, if you press add as scene, which we're not going to do today, it would add it on our timeline as like the next scene in our video if we were making an actual video. But we don't want to do that. We want to fit video, don't we? So we press fit video, which is now we want to play with the blending mode. So I might go for screen, I think is better, and just bring the opacity down a bit. I'll just see what it looks like with the video over the top on the top layer. See what that looks like. Happy Halloween to all our spooky students. Yeah, but I think you're right. I think I actually want that lower, much lower. Oh, actually, I want it at the back, don't I? So actually, I can just right click center back. Yeah, there we go. Because it'll still be over my actual background. Let's have a look at this. Happy Halloween to all our spooky students. Yeah,
cool.
I mean, obviously, with more time, I'd animate the bow tie, wouldn't I? But I can do that in my own time. That could be my homework.
Cool. Right. Let me just grab it back here, and then I'll show you how to share, and then we're all wrapped up. Okay. I'll tell you what I did do as well. I put another video in there with some different stuff in there.
How do you do this? Here's one I made earlier.
Happy Halloween to all at St. Cuthbert's. You got flashes and you've got these like little stripy things as well. Right. So as usual, you've got your image here. You can download that by clicking download. And then you've got selected page or all pages. Just go for selected page and then you'll get your image. Boom. That's all done. Okay, it's gone to my machine, which is great. And then also you can go to your second one here, and then you have a choice. You can download it as an MP4. Now it says video resolution. That's like the quality. 720 is fine, especially on school computers. I'd say 720 is absolutely fine. So you can download it, or you can press share, publish to web. You can do Microsoft Teams, Google Classroom, whatever you want, but publish to web. And then here you can see it's actually got both pages on here. Now, if you just want the video, then deselect the first, which is the image. You can see down here, deselect that one, and then publish link. Now, teachers, if you're watching, you can see this little slider here, allow others to remix. That's a great little tip. If you want to create something that your students or your pupils will have a go at a later date, that's great. Otherwise, just publish link and it'll do its thing, and it'll come down the bottom here and say your link is ready. Right. I'm not going to, because we're out of time, I'm not going to let that just, I'm not going to wait for it. That's what I'm trying to say. So stop sharing and we're back in the room. Mr. Bolton, how was your experience?
Terrifying from start to finish. Slightly traumatized from the whole experience. I thought they looked fantastic monsters.
Yeah.
I like how we dressed them up a little bit. You know, it's like it's you know, most of the time people assume these sort of horrible, grim, you know,
bad
monsters. But you know, why not whack a hat and a you know a like a jacket on them? You know.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to give them a bit of elegance sometimes.
Yeah,
They can't
a
always
little bit of dignity out in the street at Halloween.
Exactly that. Happy Halloween to everybody on the call. Thank you very much for coming. Don't forget that I'm going to be emailing your teachers. Get your swag, finish your challenges and get your swag. And I'll send that out. It'll probably be in the next few hours or something like that. Apart from that, thank you very much for coming. It was our pleasure, as it always is. Do keep creating. And Tom is going to leave us now with a thought for the day. Tom, what's your thought for the day?
Thought for the day: don't be like me last Halloween and forgetting to get any sweets in, and then the doorbell goes and you suddenly realize that you're probably going to get an egg thrown at your door.
And you're the most little man on the street.
Yeah. You know, when you know those years when you end up having to give the trick-or-treaters a satsuma. Don't be like that. All right. Happy Halloween to everyone.
Thank you very much.